everyone, I'm Cronyn.
And I'm Josh Strazanac. We're coming to you on site from the first annual convention of the Michigan Federation of College Democrats.
Here in beautiful East Lansing. And we're going to be doing a lot of exciting things today. We have Lieutenant Governor John Cherry.
And we also had Governor Granholm who came to speak to us for a good amount of time, actually, speaking to us about education and her system to improve the economy.
Also popping in was the College Democrats National President, Wolfe.
Additionally, we broke into some sessions speaking about anything ranging from women's issues to using media in the elections.
Yeah, so it's a very exciting day, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we did.
It translates it back to the original URL or link that you put in there. Now, as somebody who's known the governor now for a couple of years, I can tell you that besides the fact that I want to be like Jennifer Granholm when I grow up one day, she is probably the coolest, geekiest politician out there, and I say that with every bit of adoration. If she wasn't governor, I probably think she'd be blogging regularly, just because she loves the internet.
I mean, we have a governor that's excited about something like Twitter that like college kids don't even all know about yet. And that's awesome.
They build their story budgets based on the stories they get. It's also important to know, and I think some of you know this, the reporters all have limited topical knowledge. Reporters, by their very nature, are a mile wide and an inch deep. They don't understand the nuance and detail of every program you're trying to tell them about, every program you're trying to sell them. So it's important to keep that in mind when writing to them. And we're talking in a couple minutes about how you write to someone that is a mile wide and an inch deep. Finally, reporters are people.
Importantly, you should, given this election year, from the top of the ticket right to the bottom, there probably has not been an election in this state or nation in a while that will have as much impact in shaping the state's and this nation's future. It's a great opportunity. That means in your involvement this year, you're going to have a lot of opportunity to really shape the future for the rest of your lives.
And so what role do you think students are going to play in this election?
Well, I think they can, first of all, have a great opportunity to play a role. I think for them, the ability to shape their future. There's a lot of uncertainty out there right now. People want to see a clearer path to the future, a little bit more security. I think that young people recognize that this is an opportunity to secure that. And I think they're going to be very active, and I think a lot of them are going to vote. In fact, I think a lot of the voting, the increase in voting so far this year is because of student activity, student excitement, and I think that's going to carry right through the fall.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
good to see you.
Advantage of those opportunities. We really do need you to step up and pick up leadership roles inside the Michigan Democratic Party. Over the last several cycles, particularly, young people have become one of the most important constituencies of the party, really part of what we call our base vote, along with a number of other groups in the party. So we're really going to count on young people to carry us to victory up and down the ticket this year. But you also, beyond just putting in the work and providing the votes, you deserve, as Governor Dean says, a place at the table and a place on the ticket.
Yeah, so I'm Cronyn, and we're with DEMTV, which is a podcast we do for the Michigan Youth Caucus. And I'm a student at University of Michigan. And so I guess the first question I wanted to ask you is, what are you most excited for in the 2008 election?
I think finally to get rid of George Bush and elect a Democratic president and really have a chance to turn this country around.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any concerns about party unity or anything like that following the convention?
I think we've had a good, vigorous primary season so far, and I think people are going to come together afterwards because they're going to take a look at John McCain, who was more of the same, frankly, in terms of the agenda of George Bush. And we're going to have a choice between that or the voting, I think, for the future, which is what the Democratic ticket will represent.
Okay, exactly. And what issues do you think are going to be most important?
Well, clearly the war, I think, is going to be a very, very important issue. The economy and jobs, just for everybody. But the rest of the country now is suffering through the recession that we've been suffering through in Michigan because of Bush's policies. I think education, and particularly affordability of education, is going to be a major issue. It's something the Democrats in Congress are pushing very hard on. But with resistance from the Bush administration, it'd be nice to have a Democratic president who would be much more sympathetic to the needs of education.
Of course, yeah. And so Michigan's going to be a battleground state this year, correct?
That's right.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. So what role do you think students are going to play? Can you talk about that?
Young people and young voters are absolutely critical to our success. They've been critical to our success in the last several election cycles, particularly here in Michigan. We've come to depend on young people voting Democratic, and we're going to need them more than ever to vote Democratic up and down the ticket this fall.
Oh, okay.
Give me some help.
No, just like
shit about like trying to like stick his tipsy friends on Zach Bennett.
I'm Mike Marcelo-Barn of the MSU Democrats. I am the secretary for that organization. I'm also secretary for the Michigan Federation of College Democrats, and I live here in East Lansing.
Okay, that's exciting. So let's start off, could you tell us a little bit more about the event we're attending today?
Basically, this is an opportunity for students and young people to get involved in the College Democrats here, become activists. Like you said, there's a number of seminars, help people blog, do a lot of the legwork on the ground. So this is a great opportunity that we have speakers who know what they're doing, help them figure it out.
And especially because we're all scattered and we don't get to meet each other as often as we should.
And that's part of what the MFCD is really trying to do this year, is reach out to students in a way that the organization hasn't.
Yeah, well, first I just want to know who you are and where you're from and what year you are and things like that.
My name is Gabrielle Dingle. I'm from Brownstown, Michigan, and I'm a freshman at Henry Ford Community College.
Okay, great. And what are you studying there, just out of curiosity?
I'm just getting my general studies out of the way right now, but I'm planning on going into veterinary medicine.
Oh, that's very exciting. So, I guess, why are you guys here today?
Just to try to get a better understanding of what's going on in politics today. People aren't involved in it as much as they should be, and I'm trying to find out some ways to get other people involved.
Are there any races that you're really excited about in Michigan, or any issues that you care a lot about, or?
Just everything in general. I'm trying to narrow it down. Obviously my grandpa's a big one.
And who's your grandfather, just for people who don't know?
My grandfather is Congressman John Dingle. He's the Dean of the House of Representatives. He's got a big year coming up. If he wins this election next February 19th, he'll be the longest serving member of Congress ever.
Which is very, very impressive.
Yes.
So, what's it like having Grandpa Dingle at Christmas and things like that? Do you have any fun Dingle anecdotes for any of us?
Not really. Just every single time I see him, how's your life going? Tell me something new. He's always interested in what's going on in my life. I love him very much. I'm very proud to have him as my grandfather.
And we're proud to have him. He represents us at U of M, so we love having Mr. Dingle around. So thank you for that, and thanks very much.
My name is Marcella Krebsky. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, but I go to Northern Michigan University, and I've been there for 4 years now, and it's a very unique school, and I love it.
Yeah, that's exciting. So, and you're the chair?
I'm the president of the College Democrats there, yes.
Okay. I guess we kind of like to hear more about your campus specifically, because I know you guys probably have a very unique set of issues at Northern Michigan. Can you tell us about that at all?
Sure. It's a very unique campus. In many ways, it's very progressive, especially environmentally. So progressive. Everyone is constantly aware of preserving Lake Superior and preserving Lake Michigan and just the environment in general. A lot of people eat all organic food, and they ride their bikes instead of driving, and it's really cool in that regard. But sometimes on social issues, they tend to be in a little bit of a bubble, and I don't know, things like racism can still be a little bit prevalent, and like the gun issue is huge.
I'm sure, yeah.
Nobody wants their guns taken away, and so a lot of things are kind of conflicting. It's own breed for sure.
Can you tell us a little bit more about why you're running and what issues mean a lot to you?
Sure. I definitely think that a lot of people have kind of given up on Michigan. You hear a lot of people saying, so many people are leaving the state, the economy's messed up and everything. And I just think that Michigan's better days lie ahead. I think that there's a lot of promise in the economy if we really look at energy. Something I really want to work on, getting green collar jobs like Governor Granholm has talked about in several of her speeches and so forth.
We've got people from all over the state of Michigan. Please work in your communities to elect Democrats. It's important to build the House Democratic majority. It's important for us to eventually in 2010 take back the Senate. And it's absolutely essential that we have a Democratic president next year.
Look at that. We're smart and talented. Kind of. We're certainly not athletically talented.
That movie was so traumatizing.